Good morning, and seem a little bit dark today. See if I can do something about that. Okay, that's as good as it's going to get today. So welcome to my Monday messages. I'm Rebecca. I'm a homeopath, I'm a QTT practitioner, I'm a holistic life coach, mentor, and all-round natural health advocate, and of course, Healy user. And actually, while I remember, because I'll forget otherwise, just a reminder to those of you who are interested in the Healy device. Maybe you've been following my shares over the last 10 days about a particular protocol that I'm doing at the moment. If you're interested in any way, I am hosting a Zoom call tonight at 7 o'clock in the evening. And so if you want to be part of that, if you just got questions, there's no commitment at all. But if you just want to know more about it, or you want to see a little bit of a demo about how it's working, then do join me. And if that's the case, then just pop your interest into the private messages or direct message system, or you can email me, and I've just left my email address in the details with this video. So, and then I'll send you a link, and it's a Zoom call. So, excuse me. So that out of the way. What I wanted to talk about today was health freedom and health sovereignty, because they're slightly different, but interconnected. And I was reminded of that. It's kind of in my consciousness all the time, obviously, because I'm a health practitioner, and I have chosen to lead my life with health freedom to the fore of my values. But I think that experiencing any sense of freedom actually starts with having health freedom. And it means different things to different people. I had two different wonderful women who chose to talk to me last week for different reasons and with very different perspectives, but they both were talking about their own sense of health freedom and health sovereignty. The first lady chose to interact with me because she has a recent diagnosis of an extremely serious and deep pathology, a chronic disease that is potentially life-threatening. And that has triggered her, actually rather excitingly, to open up just a little bit to the possibility of being supported by other health resources other than what she would normally excuse me, in a kind of knee-jerk way, go for. And that for her was to just, go to her GP or go to her A&E or some part of the allopathic medical system. So interestingly, when she's really up against it, she's chosen to look for other resources. And that to me is really exciting. And I love working with women who are just starting that journey. So that's one perspective. And the other lady I'm thinking of, who is almost kind of at the opposite end of the spectrum, so a very experienced health practitioner, already experiencing health freedom, takes responsibility for her own health all the time, or as much as she can, and has an array of health tools at her fingertips, and is choosing to constantly upgrade that, to constantly upskill and learn more, to open that opening even wider, and to gather in as many resources as she can, so that she is as independent and resourceful and knowledgeable as possible. Now, the First Lady has chosen to book with me, first of all, for homeopathy sessions, and she's also playing with the idea that she could learn how to use homeopathy herself for minor illnesses and for relief of some of the symptoms that she's experiencing. And that's really exciting to me. And the second woman has decided to invest in a Healy through me, which is equally exciting because there's a whole world of possibility opened to me through using my Healy. But anyway, that's a different story. But that's that's kind of, you could regard those two women as kind of at different, well, certainly different parts of their path, their journey towards health freedom. And health freedom might mean different things to you. It could mean just, I don't feel any pain and I don't feel any discomfort. Is that it? Is that all it means? It may mean all of that, it might just mean that for you, and that's okay. I can't tell you what the template is for you to experience any sense of health freedom or health sovereignty. I can only speak of my own perspective and my own experience. And I happen to share, I know that I share some of these things with some of my clients. So for me, I achieved a degree of health freedom and health sovereignty when I became chronically ill. So like the first woman who I spoke about today, that was the beginning of me opening up to possibility. And pretty much year on year ever since that, and that was 30 years ago, maybe, I am opening more and more and more, and my toolkit is becoming more and more extensive. So I'm becoming less and less dependent on outside resources. And I also know when is the right time to call upon those professional practitioners, the skills of somebody else who has a slightly different set of skills, slightly different set of expertise, and importantly, a different perspective than me. Knowing when to go down that route as opposed to trying to sort everything out myself. That is a huge part of, I think, health sovereignty and health freedom for me. And the main root of it is in that opening to possibility, that understanding that to invest everything that we have in one system of healthcare is very limiting and very limited. And it's shutting out so much else that's available to us that we have to find out for ourselves. And I am very open to things, and I'm really up for trying anything out that I haven't experienced before. Interestingly, today I'm going to join a call that is all about human design. Now, the human design, I can roughly guess, what it's about, but I don't really know anything about it, and I'm really interested to find out more. So that's something I'm doing today. I'm just curious. I'm just open and curious, and always willing to learn more and experience more. And every time I do that, then my ability to feel that sense of freedom and that ability to feel that sense of sovereignty, that ability to make the right choices for me, that is my right. That is a fundamental right of every human being on this planet, I believe. Then, that comes down to having an array of tools, having a an expansive view to acquiring knowledge. And I don't just mean cognitive knowledge, I mean, body, heart felt knowledge, experience, no matter how skeptical other people may be about certain health modalities. If I've experienced that I have had improvements, benefits, changes from those modalities, then I don't care what anyone else says, because it's worked for me. So that you can't take away from me, ever. I don't care how many times people say homeopathy doesn't work. It bloody does. And it does for many, many, many people. But most importantly for me, it works for me and for my clients. So that's just one example. So that knowledge goes deep, and that feeds that sense of health freedom, along with an understanding of how our bodies work. And once we do that, there's a lot of fear removed from, oh my God, that discharge that is coming out of me. What's that about? Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Instead of, oh my God, there's something coming out of me, I need to go to the doctor immediately. It's a very different energy to be in. Anyway, I could talk about this for hours, but I just wanted to encourage you to incorporate some kind of conscious exploration of health freedom as part of your kind of ponderings over what you want for 2024. What does health freedom mean to you? Is it just the absence of pain or discomfort? Or is it much more than that? So, perhaps you already feel that, in which case, yay. Can you, if you feel a degree of it, how can you add to it? How can you enhance it? What steps can you take towards feeling more freedom in that regarding your health or the health of your family? What can you do to add to your toolkit, to add to your knowledge, or the resources that you have at your fingertips that mean that you are not overly reliant on any external resource? And also, what can you do to maintain your health, to sustain it, rather than waiting until disaster hits and you're firefighting, and then inevitably we're in a kind of fear-based state and we don't make good decisions. So yeah, all of that. So journaling, I guess, or just having it in your consciousness and just noticing what comes up for you. Yeah, I'm going on a bit long today, so I'll stop now. So that's what I wanted to do, is pique your interest and your curiosity about health freedom and what it means for you personally. And of course, as ever, if there's anything I can do to support you, whether that's you perhaps investing in my home prescribers course for homeopathy, whether it's booking QTT sessions to explore any beliefs or disempowering behaviours that are still feeling a bit stuck and getting in the way of something you want to do. QTT, fabulous for that. Whether it's just a little bit of ongoing support and you need some coaching sessions, I can offer that. So those are the things that I can offer, as well as I said, if you want to know anything more about the Healy device. So do get in touch, and the link to booking a free call with me is in the type with this video. That's it. Have a beautiful week. And yeah, it's still pretty windy and gaily out there. So stay safe and don't take any risks on the road or anything like that. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Mind yourselves.